We've just landed at LaGuardia.
New York City, man.
When we first got there and we first landed, I was just thinking like, man, this city is bigger than what I thought it was because I've never been to New York.
I mean, everyone wants to go to New York at least once. There's so much history there. I mean, you could be there for a month and still not see enough.
I just felt like this was a big opportunity for me to get into a professional space and like just grow my perspective and grow my mindset on things that I've never experienced before.
I just really wanted to go see there. I mean, there's so many businesses there.
They gave us a lot of inside info and they gave us a tour, able to see, behind the scenes of the NFL.
Yeah, so I mean, LinkedIn was awesome. I mean, that was probably the one I had the most questions about. They really took us more in depth in LinkedIn, and it really showed you that it's not just an app. You can really use it to get connections and get your first job and then turn that into your career. So, I mean, that was very valuable.
And then when we got in the Barstool, it was like completely different, but it was really fun to see everyone in there, a lot of different backgrounds, people that are really like enthusiastic and passionate about their job and about sports. Going around seeing a whole bunch of podcast rooms and studios they had in there and where they create content.
Yeah, as soon as you open the door and look inside, you instantly get that vibe and you just like, oh dang, this place is nice. But being able to hear from the CEO was like, that was super cool. Like hear the origin of Republic Records and just how much work they put in to be able to do what they do now. That was super dope. They were showing us like the different audios that they're working on, like the spatial audio that they're working on. That was super cool. Like you can just feel the music like around you, moving around. That whole experience was like super cool and super dope. My favorite part, besides the game, was just seeing how like people that work there, especially like the Gator alums, is that they really worked hard to get to where they're at, and a lot of things go on behind the scenes as far as like sales and like just the numbers. That's what really amazed me, just like the numbers and the analytics that go into everything.
Seeing the opening for the stock market was amazing. All those people, there's so much history. Learning from Mr. Jamil about finance and how he got into it, it really inspired me to pursue something that I'm passionate about.
They really showed us how to expand on our name, image, and likeness, the content we need to put out to reach new audiences and grow our brand.
Big thing I learned at Ogilvy was, being creative and innovative. Like that's what drives, their sales, their company, like innovation and creativity. And I felt like that really touched me because I'm always looking for ways to express my creativity.
Yeah, that was my favorite part of the trip for sure. Just being able to pick the brains of the people that work there and work behind the scenes at Louis Vuitton. I had a bunch of questions to ask, and just me wanting to be into fashion design, I just try to gain as much knowledge as I could because I know one day I'm gonna be taking those steps that those people did.
It helps a lot in the future because all of the companies that we visited, they gave us background information. Those are things that we can use.
Yeah, so it really opened my eyes about the business world, especially like the first day we went to the NFL. I took detailed notes of every business just to remember all like how hard you have to work in college to get there, and it's really going to prepare me and help me work harder for after football.
The whole entire trip, like from every business that we went to and visited, they just said connections are everything. So I'm gonna make sure I keep in contact with the people that I met out there because I definitely want to do like some internships in the future.
Like it was something that it really opened my eyes to how big this world is and how we can, as football players or as athletes, or just students coming from Florida, how we can be a part of that.